How's your waffle?
Thank you.
Well, just behind the camera, can you see up there?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big hill fort. In the middle of Salisbury Plain, huge hill fort. So we thought we'd go and take a look.
Good crazy.
Now you might be wondering why me and Rebecca are waffling on what was Rebecca's Nest channel, which was Rebecca doing videos of stuff. We've mixed things up. When I say mixed,
I see what you did there.
this is the White Wick mixtape. So basically, why you're seeing this video on this channel is because we don't know really what we're doing.
Nope.
We're going to go and see a hill fort. We thought that looks really cool, let's go and see it. And there's 100 other things that are just like that on my list of stuff to do, which don't fit with the main channel, our main channel called Paul Whitewick. There's stuff that doesn't fit on it, loads of little mysteries that we thought I'd love to go and have a look at, but we never have time because we're always making documentaries for that channel. Mm-hmm. That's the way that channel's gone, and we love that, making those documentaries. But there's a million little mysteries we want to go and see, and we thought, well, hang on a minute. Rebecca said, why don't we stick them on this channel? And we call it the White Wick mixtape. Well, I said, that's a genius idea, Rebecca.
Genius.
Genius. We can do all the little things that we used to do where we don't know if there's a story. Yep. We don't know what the end result is going to be.
Nope.
Including the hill fort, it looks like you might not be able to get to. And if we can't get to it, who cares? It doesn't matter, because we're not chasing the big channel, the big documentary, the big story. This is just me and you having a walk and a bit of fun.
Yep.
Game on. This is Salisbury Plain, right?
Yep.
And
it's big.
It's a big swathe of land in the south of England, which was bought up by the War Office like 120 years ago in various chunks. And it looks like this today, which is magnificent in a lot of respects because it's been untouched in 120 years. So there's so much untouched archaeology here, including that little bit behind us there, which is like a probably a Bronze Age barrow,
Yeah.
basically. And, super cool. And yeah, look at that. That'll be an untouched, likely a Bronze Age barrow. How mad is that? And there are absolutely hundreds on Salisbury Plain. They look after them, they fence them off so no tanks and bits and pieces get to it. But yeah, there's so much here yet to be uncovered. There's earthworks everywhere, and in fact there is a little bit of history with what we're on today, this road. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a second. A couple of cars up here. We could have drove up here really. So we right, the route, this is the old Marlborough Road, which I think was again another old like toll road perhaps, Marlborough to Salisbury, but also it was a Roman road, Sarum to Cunetio, or Solvadidium, whatever it was called, to Cunetio, Coutinho, I don't remember what it's called or pronounced, another Bronze Age barrow. Anyway, what the story, so this route is like hugely important. In fact, it's probably about 40 yards that way actually, because we're slightly off of the, I mean, we're on the main...
We're on the
road, as it was, not a road, it's a trackway, but we're not on the actual specific route. That's because that whole area there, again, it's cordoned off because there's a barrow in the middle of it, and they've given that like 100 yards square.
That's a big one, I have to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good though, isn't it? Again, probably unexcavated because of lack of time and resources, I would imagine, but protected for when there is time, or if we do ever decide you want to do that. But you know, you don't have to excavate everything. Huge barrow over there.
Yeah, you can actually see that one. That one's risen up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This one's just... Well,
and behind...
Oh, you can see it now, closer.
Yes, oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. But behind that barrow is the thing that we want to try and look at today. I don't know if we'll get there or not. Is Salisbury Hillfort, and it's quite spectacular. Never really even considered it as a hill fort because it's here up on the plain. There's a dude walking over there, and he's well off the beaten track.
With his doggies.
Naughty man. Anyway, what? Did I sound a bit camp?
Just a little bit.
So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to the White Wick mixtape, a new series of videos, unedited,
Well,
unscripted.
Semi-unedited.
Well, yeah, but there's gonna be no music, nothing. Just gonna stick the clips in the timeline.
Yep.
See what comes out the other end. We're not worried about the views. Not kind of. This is just a bunch of stuff we're sharing with you that we don't know is going to work on a big channel because it's not a big story. But we thought, well, it would be a shame not to share with you these random little trips of ours, right?
Just to put them out there. Because why not?
Yeah, because why not?
Why not?
We're just trying to find a toilet now in the middle of Salisbury Plain. I guess there's not going to be one, right?
I'm guessing, do you know what? Sometimes there are. You know when you're driving around, they have like portaloos dotted about,
Oh, they do, don't they?
Weirdly enough.
Salisbury Plain does have a random array of port cabins, portaloos.
Yes.
Which is really weird, isn't it?
It is.
Literally just in the middle of nowhere, you see this random toilet. You're like, what the? I think we should just try kind of here somewhere, Rebecca, right?
Okay.
Right, this is exactly what I mean. So we've got like 20, 30 miles of nothing. The odd road that goes through there. Beautiful landscape, absolutely nothing apart from unexploded ordnance. And of course we've got... Onwards, Rebecca. What we got? See, look.
There's another one.
There's another one. That's more than one, right? Or it's one huge one that's
It
collapsed.
could have collapsed in the middle, couldn't it? Or it could be more than one.
Yeah, huge barrow, like a double barrow thing.
Barrow, everywhere a barrow.
Yeah, but this landscape's covered in them, and we go over the brow of that hill. Disco. Rebecca.
Yeah.
2 questions. Have you, number one, ever seen a no shovel sign outside of
No,
Salisbury
that doesn't
Plain?
seem a bit weird. Don't be bringing your shovels.
Did you go Bristolian then?
I did, obviously, yeah.
Number 2, how are your shoulders?
My shoulders,
Yeah.
they're a bit steep.
They're a bit steep. I
They're a
thought
bit
so.
steep.
My shoulders feel a bit steep too. I don't know about your shoulders back at home, but a bit steep round here. So beware for the next 3 kilometres. 3 kilometres or 3 miles?
I don't know what that is.
Either way, beware of steep shoulders.
Steep shoulders.
It's like a term used in like the 1920s, like original motoring terms. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The shoulder of the highway is such and such. So I'm just looking around because there's so much to see, and I know there's not a lot to see, but there's so much to see. There's so many little ditches and banks and little copsed areas. Very exciting. And of course, right there, look at that. Look. Monumental Salisbury. Ever heard of Salisbury? Salisbury Hillfort. You can get right up close, I think, Rebecca, because the road that we're on now looks like it goes over the shoulder of the Hillfort, right?
The hill. You mean the hill?
Of the Hillfort.
Don't do hills.
Sorry.
Oh,
Tank. Well, I mean, Jesus. We're not in the red flag zone, are we?
I've not seen a flag. We've not seen a flag the whole time we've been out, to be fair.
I mean, what do you do if
You're in the middle of nowhere
you're in
and
the
all
middle
of a sudden they
and-
put a red flag up?
Yeah, because that tank was moving, right? He's still
Is
moving.
up there?
Bizarre. The other thing we'll try before when we're nearly there, on the way back, there is kind of a shortcut, right, of a pathway.
Don't like those little shortcuts through Salisbury Plain.
I know, but there is a shortcut, and I'm wondering, like, there's a henge near the end of the shortcut,
Is there?
near where we parked the car.
You just threw that one in.
Yeah.
Anything to tell me before we came?
I mean, it's not a stone henge,
Well,
which technically isn't a henge, but you get the point. It's like a, so, but it's still a henge. How cool is that?
that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We can do that.
So, we need to establish how close we can get. There's signs up there next to it. Oh,
Let's go have a look, shall
a
we?
little bit excited.
Easily pleased. We decided not to head that direction.
We don't think we can go up there because there's a tank just over the other side of that little brow of that hill there, shooting around all the pathways. And this is the right of way.
So we're on the right place we should be.
Yeah, so we're fine
If we
here.
go up there, we won't be on the right place. That's not a good place
No,
to
and
be
that's
when there's a tank driving around.
yeah, it's a bit sus. But nevertheless, we're kind of here, which is as close as we're going to get. We'll take a couple of shots of the Hillfort, but just like down in the field, just down there, in the other direction, we've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9, 10 barrows.
Yeah.
Again, they were very round, so they're probably Bronze Age, I think, early Bronze Age, maybe. Not sure.
Not a historian.
Not a historian. But yeah, this is such a cool landscape, isn't it? And the other thing we were just talking about, right? We always feel really weird when you're on Salisbury Plain. You feel like you shouldn't be here.
You know you're allowed because that paths are allowed and there's no red flag, so you know you're allowed.
Yeah.
It just still feels
But
wrong.
I think it's deeper than that. My point is that there is nowhere like this that you can go in the south of England, which feels so open and like like there's nothing, right? Like absolutely nothing here, and you feel you shouldn't be here for whatever reason. Our deep-rooted feeling, you know. Further up north you've got moors and that sort of land, but here there is nothing like this, so it feels wrong, and that's not a good feeling. It should feel right to walk in this sort of open space, this nature, shouldn't it?
It is amazing.
This landscape.
Yeah.
It's quite cool, right? So you can see, so there's a puddle there, right? Puddle there in the corner, and there's a whole dark green bit of I don't know, grass, and then it carves through this valley all the way down there. So you can see where there was obviously a spring here, or maybe even a spring up there, that came down here into this bit here. So it went into this here, and then all the way down there. You can see it kind of carves through the valley. You can see it's made its own little valley. So there's obviously a watercourse here at one stage, may even still be a watercourse now. Fascinating. Right, this way, Rebecca.
This way.
This way, back to the car and henge we'll try and get to. Do you know the other beauty of this the White Wick mixtape that we're making out of this new channel for us just waffling any old rubbish? The benefit of this is we actually get to enjoy a walk.
That's true.
We're going to have done, when we get back to the car.
This isn't a stressful walk.
No. When we get back to the car, we're going to have done like, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles or whatever. And not a huge amount, but good for us, yeah?
Yeah.
And we'd have never been able to redo that on the old channel, not the old channel, the current channel, the Paul Whitewick documentary style channel, because you go from one place to another, you need to find what you're doing, right, film there, blah blah blah.
Bits here, make sure you do walk past and all sorts of weirdness.
And this morning we were filming one, weren't we?
Yes.
The Amesbury Archer, and we're on a housing estate in Amesbury, so it's not easy. I mean, yeah, we were walking, but it's not exactly glamorous, is it?
No.
Glamorous is probably the wrong word. But
yes, I don't think glamorous is the right word, but I do get what you mean. I do. Hello. Okay.
How cool's that shot? I don't know how well that'll come out of GoPro, but I'll put a picture up. Lovely.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Hillfort from the other side. We're now entering into the woods in front of us.
Oh, it sounds dodgy.
It does sound dodgy. Into the woods in front of us, down the hill, back towards the car, where we should find a henge. No idea what it's going to look like other than a henge. But it's on the OS maps.
What does a henge look like? What's a henge supposed to look like?
Well, a henge is like the opposite of a Stonehenge. So forget the stones. Yeah. Think about the bank and the ditch.
Yes.
Where it's supposed to have a ditch. No, on the outside, the bank and then the ditch. I think, not the other way around, because Stonehenge is the other way around. So Stonehenge got a bank on the inside, then the ditch. I think. I never got all the way. I was getting the wrong way around. But either way, it's a circle, the ditch.
Whatever we're going to see is what the henge should be.
Yes, in theory, yeah.
Henge.
Henge.
At least that's what we think is the henge. Doesn't say the big sign there that says this is a henge.
Yeah, that's it. That is a henge. That's as big as Stonehenge in terms of the ground layout.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, the thing is, well, right, the significance of that could be as much as Stonehenge when it was constructed, because Stonehenge was like 1,000 years before it turned into stones.
Yes.
Or maybe like at least 600-700 years before it was a henge.
Yeah.
So that could be that date. This could be like late Neolithic, at least like 3,500 BC, 3,000 BC. That could be if it's the same age as Stonehenge.
Yeah.
And then of course they brought stones to Stonehenge.
Yes.
Fascinating. And there it is. Could be huge significance. You know what significance people put on Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Because it's there and it's tangible.
Yeah, because people can physically see it, touch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's windy here.
It is really windy.
That's really bizarre.
Yeah. Right, goodbye to the cows. Thanks for watching the first in the new series on this YouTube channel.
White Wick mixtape channel.
Yeah, it's been great fun.
It has.
So more of these to follow, as well as obviously on the other channel, Paul Whitewick. There will be the usual documentary style videos. This one will just be us being a bit stupid, but actually looking at something in particular. So there'll always be. I was going to say stupid. So there'll always be something quirky on this channel to look at, but it won't be a big documentary, it'll be something silly. So yeah, welcome to the first in a series of silliness. Speak for yourself. Goodbye.